Next on the program is we have Muhammad. He's coming to us from Uganda. So, Muhammad, we have such a strong showing of Africa in this StutterFest. We've never experienced anything like this. And what a treat and what a pleasure it is to meet our new friends from Africa. Thank you.
Uh, Hello, everyone. No, I'm from sleep. Uh, it's 1 a.m. here. It's, it- it's almost 1 a.m. Yeah. So I had to set an alarm like to wake up and say something. Yeah. My name is Muhammad Mugomba. Yeah. I'm 25 years old. Yeah. I'm the founder Stammer Child Uganda, to create a comfortable, a confidential environment, awareness and support for children who stutter in Uganda. I have something to share with you. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll talk about a few topics like for today. I've already um it, 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 it introduced myself. I'll talk about the stutter impact, resources in Uganda, speech therapy in Uganda, and I'll conclude with a message to the children in the world. Yeah. So my first one, how has stuttering impacted my life? Talk about self-conscious. Uh, Growing up as a child, as a kid who stutters, I frequently experienced self-conscious about my stutter, which held me back from participating in certain activities at school, mostly at school. Stuttering has also given me a unique perspective and empathy for others who, who may be going through or struggling with their own challenges. So it has taught me to be patient. It has taught me to be understanding, and it has also taught me to be supportive of others. Um, as I've grown, I have learned to express, to embrace, and accept my stutter, because it has been part of me, of my life. In fact, it is part of my life. And I'm so proud of how I speak. I'm so proud of how I talk, and but it doesn't define me. So I'm so proud of my unique accent. I call it my unique accent, our unique accent. So I'm so proud, yeah, to have my stutter. Yeah, that's why I take it. I also talk about the resources for children who stutter in Uganda. Basically, um, according to my research, the resources in Uganda for children who stutter are limited. They are limited, but there are some international organizations who provide a platform and resources that can be accessed remotely. For example, I'll talk about the Smile Starter organization in Texas, which came this year, early this year, and provided school materials to children who stutter in Uganda. But it, uh, it, it was it was founded by Mike Campbell, Uh, I'll also talk about the World Stuttering Network, which uh, organizes the annual StutterFest, where we people from different countries, like in the whole world, meet and share their own stories. Um, um, but before there was no national stuttering organization in Uganda, and those that eh, existed had become dormant. So uh, uh, I had to send emails to them, like for inquiries, but I got no response. So I I came with an idea, like to, to create another uh, an organization of with the mission to create a, a, a comfortable environment, awareness, support, and advocacy for children who stutter. I also to talk about the speech therapy. There are some few private SLPs who, who provide speech therapy to people in Ghana, but they're expensive, and and a few people can afford that. They must go for like $60 an hour, like for the session, with a few families can afford that to pay for that. Um, also talk about what would bringing speech therapy to Uganda mean to people who start. Uh, I, I think it, it would be a game changer, like to people who started. Um, talking about like building confidence. I think I believe speech therapy can build confidence, help children who started to build confidence, improve on communication skills, um, uh, and providing speech therapy at a young age can impact a child's develop, development and long-term outcomes. And talking about tools and support, I think children who start out will have the tools and support to express themselves effectively, participate fully in school and in social activities, and reach their full potential. Also talk about I'll also share my message to the children of, of, of the world. Um, Hello, dear children of the world. My name is Muhammad Mugomba from Uganda. This message goes to you wherever you are, wherever you are. Never let anyone doubt your sparkle, because you are unique, you are special, and we love you just the way you are. So your differences are what makes you extraordinary, and your individuality is something to be proud of. So be proud of who you are, and specifically to the children who stutter in the whole world, remember to speak freely, not fluently, because it's your accent. It's my unique accent. It's our unique accent. So I love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
I think th- th- that's what I had to share with you. Um, I think yeah, that's what I had to share with you. So anyone with any questions?
First of all, Muhammad, a
Yeah.
round of applause from everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
I I can't believe you
Thank
set
you.
your alarm for 1 o'clock and you woke up so that you could be with us at
Yeah.
StutterFest. What an effort that is. And, that inspires me that no matter
Yeah.
what time it is, I'm going to keep going with StutterFest. You've just, you've just inspired me. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. You know, what a vision you have for Uganda. You know, I just saw a quote. So you can't find a seat at the table. So you've built your own table. And that's the kind of people that we need in the world stuttering community, making sure that regardless of what part of the world you're in, especially the kids, you're going to find support and you're going to find help and you're going to find people that show you value. I think that's an amazing vision that you have for sure. Let me check the, you are my kind of guy. Let me tell you.
Mm.
Um, let's see what we got. So Taiwan Association. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The comments are coming in. Okay. So, um, what, what was the turning point that made you want to help other people in your life?
Oh, okay. I remember in in 2022, my auntie offered for me like to pay for my speech therapy. Sorry. She offered to pay for my speech therapy, and I used to go there every Monday for an hour, and I used to pay it was $50 by then for an hour. So okay, I wouldn't say speech therapy doesn't work, but I think okay for me, I would say like I was impatient. So I realized like okay, it wasn't working for me. So I said no, let me stop this. Uh, let me stop because there are other people who even started more than me, like in Uganda. So I, I said I went to Google and I started to the Ugandan stuttering groups or by organizations, but there was none. So I I I, I decided to create one, like to um to raise awareness, yeah, raise awareness to others, like to how they can also learn to embrace. Because I also by the time I went for the therapy, uh, I, I learned to accept and embrace. So I thank the speech therapist who worked on me. Like she taught me that like I learned to express, to accept and embrace my status. So I said to myself, I can also teach this to other people, to other kids, to other adults, teens, in Uganda. So I had to create one organization. So yeah, that's it.
Do you have a pen and a piece of paper handy?
Oh, um, I can write here.
Okay. www
www.
dot stutteringhelp
Yeah.
dot org.
.org.
Okay. And that will take you to the Stuttering Foundation. And you look for the drop down under resources, and they have free information. They have books, brochures, and films for parents and children as well. And we just got a comment in the chat. The president of the Stuttering Foundation, which is the largest stuttering resource organization in the world, the president has just told you to go to that website, look under resource, and that's where you're going to find free materials for you to distribute. The president, Jane Fraser, just said. So
Oh,
to share it
thank
with
you.
you. Okay. So we have a couple hands up. I don't know whose hand went up first, but I'm going for the most attractive one first, Mary Wood.
Hi there. I just want to say thank you for the words that you had to say about the children. I'm going to cry. That just touched my heart. I stuttered all my life, and up until I was 50 years old, I was a covert stutterer because I was so ashamed of it. And so, you spreading the word to children so that they don't have to look at themselves like that just means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Mary.
you.
Well,
And
thank you.
that's straight from the heart for sure, for sure. Okay, so our next hand is Emmanuel, and I know that you know him.
Yes.
Everybody knows Emmanuel.
Okay, hello Mugomba. Um,
Hello, Emmanuel.
I'm very happy you've been able to do this again to talk about what you're doing in Uganda. I'm always happy to meet you. Whenever you talk, you have something new to say. Progressive news, and I'm very happy about all that you're doing. You mentioned that um, when you needed help with support groups, you went online, you searched, but then there used to be a group, but then that group is no more. And that is one story that runs across like a lot of um, countries in Africa, because before there used to be lots of self-help groups or support groups in a lot of the countries. Because I once searched and there was this international stuttering event in Ivory Coast, either Ivory Coast or Burkina Faso, which was attended by lots of self-help groups in Africa. But then now you go online, you search, and there's nothing. Now, the question I want to ask, and I just want to know if you have an idea of how we can do this, how we can make self-help groups in Africa, like the one you have in Uganda, sustainable, so that after you, even if you are no longer around or something, that group will still continue to serve people. I just want to know if you've thought about this, how you can sustain your group, and how do you think we can do that in Africa?
Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. I would like to thank you to organize the monthly African support group, which you organize every month where we meet. I think we usually meet like if people like 10, 15, but um uh, 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 um uh, uh, um answering your question. I think make this um to make this like run for, for, forever. um okay, I never like thought about it, but I think like we need like to always motivate, like what should I say? Like to always uh, have events like or virtual events where we meet, like we make it consistent. So, like if you are doing like it's a group like each week, we make it consistent. I would say like for this in Uganda, like for for this organization in Uganda, I would think we should have a monthly event, or like a camp, like to make this, like to make the people love it, to make people embrace, learn to embrace, learn to accept. The more people learn to accept their starter or embrace it, I think it's the more this organization will run forever. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
Regarding
yeah. I agree with you, and I agree with you because I think the more we run these events, then people will get to know about it. They would
Yeah.
join us, and then they can also be given some rules to play, because that's one thing that I think groups that didn't survive in Africa, I mean, self-help groups, what I think happened was probably the whole group rested on just one individual, or maybe one or two individuals. That person tried to do everything by themselves. And when such things happen, when the leader isn't available, then the group collapses. So, and that's something that I've been trying hard like to do in Ghana, and then in African support meetings, where I make sure I give people the opportunity to also lead, right? So sometimes I have members leading events and all that, so that at least they also experience how it feels like. It's empowers them. It makes them to also have this self confidence. They build this confidence that they can also lead, so that if I'm not around, if something happens, I'm not around, I know that there are people who also have that vision, who also believe in what I believe in. So I think that's something that we can do across Africa, and if possible, in your group, because I can see it. It looks like you are doing everything on your own, and you are passionate, you are committed, but I also think that would make you it will wear you out early. You know, Burnout is real. If you have to do everything on your own, you can't do much. So I also, I'll suggest that maybe you try to train people, give them opportunities and all that, so that they can also learn from you, so that when you're not around, they can also stand in your place and do the great works that you are doing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Emmanuel, about that, like, I wanted that because I know I can't do this alone. So I tried reaching out to a few friends, like,
Uh,
to join me. So they joined me, but the problem with people here, like, they they expect like money, like,
uh,
to be paid. That's the challenge.
okay.
Because initially I told them, like, this this is like volunteering. So I started losing them one by one, but
Mm,
I, 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 I had got like no, there are four people who
okay.
joined me, but with time they saw like there was no any money uh, paid to them, so they decided to quit. So I think that's also a challenge.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Because I know I can't do this alone.
mm-hmm,
Wh- We need a team. I need a team, but that's the only challenge. They expect money.
mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So,
Well,
Mohammed, I can tell you from personal experience, if you get this going and you make things happen, you might be alone for a while. You might be the only one making it, moving this forward, but the right people will appear. If you do it for the right reasons, the right people always appear at the right time. That I promise you. I personally experienced that. So, you know, get this thing going. And you
Yeah.
might have to be alone
Yeah.
for just a little bit, but you've got all of us. You're never alone.
yeah.
You've got all of us to draw back on, and we
Yeah.
will support you, and we will help you and encourage you. You can always contact us. I think it's a great mission that you have. I think it is.
I will offer my support too for that.
Yeah, yes. So, Muhammad, thank you once again for setting your alarm and waking up in the middle of your night just to give us your powerful message and share your passion with us. Amazing. And I'm glad to have met my new friend from Uganda. It was great to have met you. Thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you.